Hello, everyone. And hello, Ploy and Felix. So, Children of the Week has finished. All 7 songs are now out, now released. And I've got a few points written down. Where did I put them? Yeah, there we go. But before we get into the explanation, let's just have a little review. Good. It's displaying. Okay, yep. Okay. Okay, good. It's weak and scared when they took me in. It's the least I can do to protect their kin. They cannot do all I can do, they shouldn't be required to. We need to respect their free will. You waste your potential on small-minded fools, traditions, religions, or outdated rules. No human has free will, they're too primeval. Use them like primitive tools. My people were tyrants consumed by greed. Bandits, fanatics, their legacy. I won't carry on their oppressive, destructive ways. Now I know all too well why our people excel. Why the might of the Tellurians could grow but not endure. They exploited the earth, and all its people were our serfs. Then they warred amongst themselves until their lofty empires fell. I just noticed a mistake in the cover image. I choose to humbly be part of the town. Part of a town, you say, then come and see how your humans are faring alone. They seem all right. Wait for it. Come get it, see what your presence has done. I endangered this folk as your history awoke, but the wishes of my ancestors don't dictate who I am. Sure, I dreamt of control, as is your species' rightful role, but restraining our instincts is what divides us from the beast. In striving to be high as we invited our own doom, Tellurians deserve to face the music that we write. I acknowledge my past, but will still live with heart. I will continue to care for the town. Right, before we move on to the next song, oops. Now, what is there to discuss? Just first and foremost, any disambiguation? Anything that needs being cleared up? Because I know, as the creator of something, it can be hard to tell when something isn't obvious. Mm-hmm. I guess musically, to dissect it, the instruments used, effectively, I used a combination of major and minor keys. Oh, a question. Nice. Something to talk about. Hmm? Taking time and writing the question. Good. Good. But yeah, the major keys and the major key and the okay. Lore question. Is she accepted by the town or feared? Song touches on her conflict with being Tellurian, but made curious about her intrapersonal problems may be facing. The town has accepted her as effectively part of them, but since she can do a lot that that the humans can't, she's sort of in this weird space of providing a. I guess she feels she has to provide more to justify her place in the town. Even though the humans honestly just accept her presence. I think some of them are a little afraid of her, and she does everything she can to help let them know that she's on their side. Which is exactly what the shadow Rodin, the her shadow self, is effectively representing the side of herself that would take advantage of the humans, that sees because it's probably not. It was only briefly mentioned in one of the choruses that the Tellurians used to rule over the humans, and this was based on the attitude that Tellurians were inherently superior to humans because of their greater abilities. And so Rodin's shadow represents that past attitude, that the conscious Rodin, I guess, main Rodin, actively tries to counter that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the key represents the major key represents the active Rodin, while the minor key represents her shadow self, and of course the instruments as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the instruments as well. Rodin uses like folk music. It's meant to be sort of Germanic in a way. But yeah, Rodin uses the piano a lot, and more modern drums line, I guess. Slightly different musical style, at least, anyway. Mm-hmm. But yes, let us continue. I forgot that number keys do things to YouTube videos. Okay. Keep forgetting that. I'll just click off.
When cast from heights you once called home, betrayed by those you trusted most, sent falling down to fiery pits below. Then push against the ground beneath to bring yourself to hands and knees and find a place to firmly plant your feet. Stand up and look around you, stand up despite your fate. Stand up and forge your own way forth. Break through the mold and guard with blood, from flint as form a stake of wood, to crack the blades of stars beneath the sword. With stoneless chiseled to a peak, through blood-soaked rocky walls we seek for hints of golden opportunity. A chance for strength to grow through suffering. When lost and seeming most alone, in foreign time and place unknown, confronted by bizarre and deadly foes, then see the Solons going through the same predicament as you, and work together to collect what's due. Climb up the lofty towers, climb up to whence you fell, climb up to face your past head on. Confront abuses, cursed remains, while warding off the salmon flames. Continue on until you reach your aim. Whether the years have served them well, or charred them into soulless shells, to bring you down again, your past will fail. Determined grit empowers you to prevail. Upon returning to the world you knew, and finding empires fallen to their pride, determine what you can and can't undo, and sally forth with conscience as your guide. Rise up beyond your limits, rise up into the light, rise up and see how far you've come. Where this first circle meets the next, the axioms that keep them placed have all the time to add a man's shots left. These fragments alloyed with soft gold, to diamond scale armor wealth, this final favor from the underworld. The lowest point's the strongest place to bear.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think I went a bit overboard with the orchestra. If I were to do this again, I'd use fewer instruments. But yeah, that was a bit obviously very different from the previous one, which is what I'm going for. I want each song to be different from the rest. And yeah, this one thematically is kind of the opposite of the previous. Well, Rodin was raised by humans and had lived in a human town most of her life. And the story, in the course of her story, she learns about her ancestors and why she shouldn't follow their example. Whereas Gladzad began as part of the Tellurians, as part of her people. She was already in their culture, but they betrayed her and kicked her off the tall highway. It's just off, well, very far off screen, but that's the pillar of the highway that she fell from. And yeah, it's more of a building herself back up. Yeah, you might hear the theme that you recognize from the previous song, maybe not. Highway in hell, yes. I mean, the highway to hell's got to go somewhere. Who says that it doesn't continue once it gets there? Succeeded in the aim for a varied soundtrack? Thank you. Not much more to say. I'll just move back to the side again. I can probably afford to be a bit, yeah. Important infrastructure down there. Well, it was at the time.
Once there were walls keeping us in place, but everything falls, no construction stays. Now without a home, I'm set free to roam, just as far and as near as I set my gaze. And one day I met a human alone, quite unusual to see. They bestowed me their robe and an onus to go to continue their legacy. So I travel far and near while hauling souvenirs and stories back to share with all these friendly folk. Just a single smile can make it worth the while to take a journey wide out on another wild ride. Deep in the woods for seeds of oak and pine, to wetlands afoot for lily pads and vines, then to ocean swells for some mollusk shells, and red seaweed and moss and leaves and coral full of ocean brine. And from grassy fields with flowers galore, nick some gourds and seeds of weeds. Gather sand from the land now abandoned to stand for an obviate memory. As I travel far and near while hauling souvenirs and stories back to share with all these friendly folk. Just a single smile can make it worth the while to take a journey wide and on another wild ride.
Yes, very fun.
Though the walls were meant for protection, all they did was form our detention. Now the ex-outsiders are the few survivors. When the system died, we were released. Travel far and near while hauling souvenirs and stories back to share with all these friendly folk. Just a single smile can make it worth the while to take a journey wide out on another wild ride.
Now, you might be wondering why there's a big bunch of blackness at the end. So, when I first uploaded this, YouTube automatically turned it into a short, which I didn't want. So, because I wanted them to all be on the same, all the songs to be on the same tab of the YouTube thingy. So I just added a bunch of padding to stop it from being turned into a short. But yeah, not much to unpack here. It's just a fun song. Yeah, I guess the main idea is that now that Tellurian society has fallen, that, yeah, Alharond is free from its restrictions, and that's what he's enjoying here. Felix, I remember when listening to these songs in order, it dawned on me, are these songs covering different periods of time? Some of them. So it's not so much, the difference is not so much periods of time, but rather different viewpoints on the same period of time. So each character has very different attitudes towards the end of their own people, the end of civilization, essentially, as they knew it. I think it's just Underworld's Favor, Gladzad's song, that starts a lot earlier than the others, because she was abandoned, kicked out. I think that's the term I used. Kicked out into the underworld when Tellurian society was still a thing, which was about 100 years ago compared to the rest of the songs. Some sound like they were much closer to the fall. Not really, just the start of Underworld's Favor. But yeah, the difference is in attitude. I think that's all to unpack from this one.
Out here in spheres that mimic the nighttime sky, this first one littered with selenitic beaches floating high. Out here the celestials are watching the mortals live life and then die, looking down on them true, but there's no looking otherwise. In unbounded towers built of flowers and stones are collections of records and sections unknown, telling observations of the nations down below and the woes of the folk from my terrestrial home. Central rock with a rite of passage, spires to scale and a beast to vanquish, dark as the sky, hurling observe as it. When the adults failed, I was grabbed and vanished to the outer reaches, far from the battle, to be trained and armed and geared from fallen combatants. Now that I've come of age, I need to fight. As above, then so below, winged doves have scaly toes. In boundless space, all things may pass, both good and ill, for all life's members. Where in wing casings off I glide, to slay the beast where my parents failed. And it's now vacant, perch leads to an earth no longer do I remember. Whether lost in the sky or lost on the ground, I'm scared what the future entails. This world is balanced on a narrow mound between wild nature and civil town, and I know just how shakeable is this ground. Any step that I take would bring all of it down. Those I came from kept chasing till death they found, yet their presence remains as undead abound. Such a doom profound to see kings uncrowned, all their history drowned, but I'm still around. Beware, don't tread where they once dared, they'll just repeat it if shared. Leave the history in mystery, whispered in celestial spheres. As above, then so below, winged doves have scaly toes. In boundless space, all things may pass, both good and ill, for all life's members. Wearing wing casings off I fly, so I don't disturb what transpires below. Let the skies turn, nights freeze and days burn. If survivors once learned how our ancestors' fate was earned, they would heed the power's call and not regret.
and slain his decay brings abhorred undeath. Necrotic curse dispersed, our dead traverse the earth, kill and converting herds, till no more words were heard. No other fate could be worse. In boundless space all things may pass, both good and ill, for all life's members, wearing wing casings off I flee, from destiny derailed. For every step I take's a chance to break this world and ways none can mend it. Better lost in the sky than found on the ground. I'm scared what the future entails. Let the skies turn, nights freeze and days burn. If survivors once learned how our ancestors' fate was earned, they would face reality's finality. What celestials fear.
Get back on screen. Probably my favorite song, like musically speaking. Always like the moody tone. There we go. My favorite song, musically speaking. I've always liked the moody, somber tones, I guess. Dramatic, that's it. But yeah, I get some of the confusion based on the time period, because here Mendel is talking about a lot of things that happened in the past, which he learnt about from the history books that the Celestials keep. So he grew up knowing, so despite not being with his people or on Earth while growing up, he still knew about his people and what they did. And he knows that he has the power to do that again. So, which is why he's so afraid to interact with the world. It's just instead he just flies above it, trying not to disturb what transpires below, as the song says. Yeah, this is kind of a contrast between this and the last one. Is that Alharond was really enjoying his freedom, his ability to just do whatever he wanted, whereas Mendel is downright terrified of freedom and the possibility of just messing things up, just like before. So different attitudes to the same circumstance. What else is there? Okay.
Toil today eventually pays.
Out of curiosity, how long have you spent working on these songs before released? All came out back to back. Yeah. So I have been working on this on this series in one form or another for almost as long as I've been streaming. So not quite the whole 4 years, but I invented these characters very early on, and I didn't quite know what format I wanted to present the stories in, and so I did spend quite a while writing scripts for a different kind of format, like a full-on lore video with dialogue and action and animation and all that. But then I thought, actually, let's just keep it to what I know. No, stick to the stuff you know.
So that's when I decided to. Oh, and I found that the dialogue that I was writing felt a bit clunky in places. Get over ambitious too, yeah. So found the forced conciseness of the song format. Yeah, it forces me to really boil my stories down to their essential elements, to only say what's needed to convey the story. Okay, I'll just move myself over again. Yeah, this one's pretty simple too, but it does have some story elements in there.
Toil today eventually pays, such is the age-old truth. Mining in caves deep underground, iron and coal remain to be found. Copper and gold, delights for the bold, I leave them to rot on the ground. A line of iron entirely untouched, more lies behind this pile of tuff. Mining it all, I break down the wall, standing in awe of what I've uncovered. Tunnels carved by hands much like mine, linking caves forgotten by time. Toil today eventually pays, I will restore this mine. Mounting a torch on every wall, and torching the spider's nest each and all. A chamber of dirt for planting makes perfect wood for supporting the halls. When tunnels are troubled by rubble no more, repairing the bearings is next on the score. Ballast and slippers, rails and keepers, which blend when needed, moving my cart while racing through places while changing the points at the corners of always stretch all through the maze. At the end of the day, having mended the way, in my head voices say, good on you, mate. Far below the crystal chasm lies a vast and hidden cavern, flesh both crawling and recalling, kin lie slumbering in storage. Our world is built on ancestors' works, though some outdated, others deserved. Recalling, restoring, never ignoring, learn from the past both what failed and what worked. Let tunnels reach the caves yet to meet, linking lands from under their feet. The sleepers await, the curse to abate, my work will provide them with new worlds to create. Toil today eventually pays, hollows recall this truth.
Yeah. Another fun one. There we go. So I guess the main story element to take away from this is that significant contingent of Tellurians hid themselves deep underground and suspended animation, and they're still there, waiting for the curse of undeath to be lifted. Meanwhile, Gleon is just restoring the abandoned tunnels and rebuilding the rail network, so that once the sleepers do wake up, they've got a way to get around. Oh yeah, this was of this series. I think this is the first. Maybe not, but it's certainly an example of where I use the music to sort of evoke sound effects in a way. The rhythm underlying all of it, that's sort of evoking the mining process. Like you see, they've got a pickaxe in their hand, and they're digging through the rock, and that's the sound. And of course, in that bridgey bit, I guess, where they've just where they're in the minecart and testing out the rails.
the tempo increases and you get all the of the minecart, and it just gradually slows down as it runs out of power, runs out of speed. But yeah, this is another one with a bunch of padding at the end to prevent it turning into a short. All this phlegm in my mouth. Hang on, take a drink. Any input before I move on? Because the next one's kind of the climax of the story after this. Just enjoying hearing the creative process and things that are missed out on, like the rhythm matching the pace of cards. Nice. There's more musical stuff that I'll talk about later, but it has to do with the series as a whole, so I'll unpack that after re-listening to it more.
Down trees by hand, then mining the mountains from where they stand. These mountains now bow before the overman. The reaches of earth are there to be claimed. The bounty of nature lives to be tamed. The soul live only to be enslaved, and humans deserve to be used the same. The farmers in boxes feed breeders, which populate stations for trading in gold and dismantling traditions, religions, all outdated rules.
Recognize this.
I'm freer than birds could ever be. I can do whatever I choose. There's no more society trying to silence me, no need to hide my views. The strong are no longer in bondage to rules designed to coddle the weak. The heroes of morals so boring and plain can't keep me from the glory I seek. You're free from the judgment of ethical laws.
It's me.
Cause and effect. Your treatment of people is seen as most evil, and thus you lose all respect. Your power will wane in time, and those beneath you will have their turn. But you're on the hero's side. You speak in nothing but poisoned words. I'm not on the side of the heroes, you see. I'm on the side of the plots, which sometimes means helping them as they progress, and sometimes means simply not. And sometimes it means keeping you from the scenes where your knowledge and power would help quite a lot.
Why did that change? Come on. What's wrong with you? There we go. I just realized that I still had my my desktop audio in mono. So that's what the pause was. That was me changing it back to stereo. Yeah, please ignore all the errors in the image.
Emerald, valued by humans. Gold, treasured by Solans.
Diamond sought by Tellurians.
Iron from the earth itself. With this, the pyramid's complete. Now we need something to set its target. A piece of undead, preferably central. Will this do? What? I'm not using it. The zombie heart will do. Ah, but the capstone's not used to this kind of input. Whoever places it will have to hold it there at the cost of their life. I'll do it. Now we need your strength.
compassion
We
is
need
my
your
knowledge.
levity crucial for us to endure. And who will? Will you save the people throughout this land? Will you free the world from undead's cold hand? Will you give your life where the capstone stands? And be hailed savior of the man.
Yay! There we go. So yeah, there is quite a lot to unpack here. This being the climax, not only the introduction of the antagonist, but also the climax of the story. Yeah, the idea is that a lot of the attitudes that the previous 5 characters have expressed, Hanor, the character here, represents the negative aspects of all of them. So I guess we can go into it more in the theme section of the little cue cards that I've prepared. But as for the plot, any questions on what's going on? I don't know what to explain if nobody asks. Right, what needs explanation? I do like this image. Musically, of course, this is plain old rock music. Again, a very different genre from all the others. But yeah, don't know if you've noticed, but the chord sequence in the first 2 verses and choruses is different from the last chorus, despite using the same melody. With works like this, expect to have to explain it over the years. Like the scary pause the most. Oh yes, that one. mm. Also, there may be something hidden in the background of the audio in this section. Speaking of explaining things over the years, but that's not for me to explain. It's for, at least not yet. For if you're interested, you could manipulate the audio somehow to reveal the hidden information. But I warn you, it may uncover more questions than answers. oh. But the thing they're fighting here is the anathema that Mendel talked about earlier. It's the same undead abomination that caused the fall of the Tellurians, that caused the undead curse to begin with. But here they're a bit more prepared for what it entails, and of course they can't really curse the land twice. So, and they're using sort of using it. They use its remnants to create the capstone at the top of this pyramid, which has magical properties. I guess it's not really obvious what they're trying to do here. Is to banish all the undead from the overworld, from the earth rather, to the first layer of the underworld, as well, along with the undead curse itself, banishing the curse of undeath to the underworld. That's why, where is it? Here we go. So this transition here. See, my hand is visible before that transition. But being undead, I was banished too. But don't worry, I know how to get back. I used a bit of symbolism in the artwork. Because it's probably obvious by now from the video descriptions that these characters are based on the days of the week, and this character Hanor is based on Sunday. He is the character of Sunday's child. Whereas, oh, you're eating? Okay. Where is it? Here we go. So that's why he's got the image of the sun behind him. And here it's the same again. But with me being Monday's child, I've got the moon behind me. Of course, the okay, cool. The imagery is highly stylized, so the plants have ears, specifically corn. Okay. What else is there? Oh, there's... No, I'll save that for later. Oops.
over the tranquil sea. water shares its peace and whimsy with me. My memories of centuries to come will veer and change, advancing many ways, however slow. Both triumph and disaster I will meet and treat the same. The adventure of life, it lives with me.
Eh,
Lives with me.
stop. There we go. So this last one was actually the first one, both chronologically and developmentally. Sorry. So yeah, chronologically, this one takes place before all the other ones, but I like to put myself last since it doesn't interact with the story as much. It's really just my character talking about my own backstory, though in vague terms. I do plan to expand more on my own character's backstory in a separate story, but we'll get to that when we well, what is the usual phrase? We'll discuss that when we come to it. Yeah. But yeah, developmentally, so I wrote this song a long time ago, and released. Hang on, let me check. Where did? When did I release this? What? Whatever. Videos. Because this was back when I was only streaming on Twitch and uploading my VODs to YouTube on the videos tab. Here it is. Yeah. 2 years ago. Stop that. Yeah, 21st of October 2023. And my singing has improved greatly since then, so I've relabeled this one as a demo. However, the backing vocals are the same. I just took the the raw audio from the backing of this, from the file of this song, and re-recorded the lead vocal. I did try re-recording the backing vocals, but my vocal training is such that when I tried to sing those deep notes, the bass notes, which are pretty fundamental to the choir, I kept on coughing. I couldn't sustain those low notes anymore. So I had to use the old recordings, which is fine. They still sound good. But yeah, the there might, I don't know. What's a heartbreak? What's a heartbreak for? I don't mind not being able to reach low notes. That just means my vocal training has paid off. And besides, I have been able to reach the low notes after that. It was just sustaining them for that kind of ambient vocals that was troubling. So for the more masculine characters, I arranged the the melody so that the lowest note would be my lowest note, which is A2. Misunderstood the point of vocal training. Yeah. Yeah. Point was to make my voice more feminine, to fit my current identity. Yeah. But yeah, the masculine characters, I put their melodies lower in my range, so the lowest note was my lowest note, A2, and for the feminine characters, I put the highest note to be my highest note, A4, which is 2 octaves above that. And for Gleon, who's non-binary, I put it right in the middle of my range. Dun, dun, dun. Guess we can. Oh, let's just. I've got a bunch of images here. I've got the cover images from the songs. Just get rid of this and doop. Oops, wrong one. This one. I should have arranged them beforehand, but oh well. We do it live. Assign gender at note range. More like me trying to, because some of the other characters are trans as well. I've got Gladzad and Mendel are trans woman and man, respectively. And so I've sang Gladzad's part up at the top of my range and Mendel's part at the bottom of my range. So I tried to be appropriate to their gender identity, rather. Sorry, I need another drink. Okay, where are my notes? No, not that one. Why is this still open? Here we go. Discussion points. So, about the characters. So my initial idea for this story was to have a sort of a meta story in place as well. So the characters are Rodin, Gladzad, Mendel, Alharond, Gleon, Hanor, and Itzil. But they are effectively played by also characters that I invented. So there's like another layer of fictionality between them, between there and the real world. So there's Monday's child, me, but also Tuesday's child, Wednesday's child, Thursday's child, Friday's child, Saturday's child, and Sunday's child. And the idea is that they play each of these characters in universe as if the characters don't know about their out-of-universe selves. I was initially going to have this whole meta story with like Sunday's Child breaking the immersion of the other characters, but that I felt that was that just got in the way of the themes of the story. Damn. Ploy, layer upon layer of fiction, clearly a Homestuck reference because they invented narrative. I appreciate the sarcasm there. Nice self-awareness. Self-awareness about self-awareness. Now there we go. But yeah, other details about the characters. Their personality traits and were determined by a poem. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. Maybe it's pretty old one. It's called Monday's Child, but it's about all the days of the week, specifically people born on the days of the week. So it's superstition about the personalities of people born on a specific weekday. Kind of like the zodiac, but smaller scale. So the poem goes, Monday's child is fair of face, Tuesday's child is full of grace, Wednesday's child is full of woe, Thursday's child has far to go, Friday's child is loving and giving, Saturday's child works hard for a living, and the child that's born on the seventh day is bonny and blithe and good and gay. So I did I was a bit flexible with the interpretations of those. Monday's child being fair of face. Well, obviously I'm a zombie, so I can't be that pretty. I guess I'm fair for a zombie. By zombie standards, I'm pretty attractive. But Tuesday's child is full of grace. I interpreted this as social graces, which is the sort of high society that she fell from, but she still maintains the politeness, the grace of her civilized upbringing. You're a Tuesday's child. Must be very graceful then, according to the poem. And that's reflected in her accent as well. I went for a more posh British accent. Wednesday's child is full of woe. That's reflected in Wednesday's serious nature. Well, the seriousness of that which they take, or which they handle their situation. Felix is Friday's child. Nice. Thursday's child is far to go. Obviously, Thursday's child is a wanderer in this setting, just exploring and finding new places. Friday's child. Friday's child is loving and giving. Well, that's pretty transparent for this character. Loving and giving. Saturday's child works hard for a living. That's, yep, reflected in the hard working, how Sunday is hard at work repairing the abandoned tunnels. Though Sunday's child is the one where I deviated the most. Bonny and blithe and good and gay. Now, some of those terms are a bit obscure. Bonny apparently is just another word for good, so a bit of redundancy there. Blithe is kind of like carefree, but also just like not caring about others in a way. No, it's the Saturday's child that yearns for the mines. They're the ones who work hard for a living. But yeah, Sunday's child, I interpreted Good and Gay, Bonnie and Blythe and Good and Gay, as someone who forms his own sense of morality and doesn't really care much for what others think. Now, in addition to those personality traits taken from the poem, I also made reference to the, took inspiration from the planets by Gustav Holst. So Gustav Holst wrote a symphony, a suite. I'm not sure what it's called. But yeah, gave each one track for each of the classical planets. No, more than classical planets, because they also had Neptune and Uranus in there as well. But yeah, each movement was named after a different planet and had a sort of byline to it. So there was it Mars, the bringer of war. I forget the exact order of the tracks. There was there was Venus, the bringer of peace. Jupiter, the bringer of jollity, I think. Mercury, the winged messenger. And Saturn, the bringer of old age. There were what was the other one? Have I missed one? No, I think I've got all of them. There were also Uranus, the magician, and Neptune, the mystic, but they don't have, those planets don't have weekdays associated with them. Instead, so the yeah, so those bylines also influenced the characters. Mars, the bringer of war, is associated with Tuesday. So Tuesday's child is a warrior. So Tuesday's child is full of grace. Mars, the bringer of war. So a graceful warrior, one who's one of social graces, but also adept in combat and not afraid to use it. Wednesday's child is full of woe, but Mercury, the winged messenger. So I was a bit flexible with the messenger part of it, so because messenger is like a transmitter of information, but Mendel is too afraid to let people know what he knows. So instead, he just flies around with the knowledge, keeping the knowledge to himself. Thursday, Jupiter, the bringer of jollity. Now that's the other side of Alheron's personality. So yes, he's a wanderer, but he also brings joy to others. That's part of what the song is about. Friday, Venus, the bringer of peace. That overlaps nicely with loving and giving. Loving and giving, bringer of peace there. Yeah, kind of work together in this nurturing figure. And Saturday, Saturn, the bringer of old age, which in this case, I thought about it more in terms of preservation of old things, like the abandoned railway system and the eventual waking up of the preserved Tellurian faction who fled deep underground to escape the anathema. But only those 5 had planets associated with them. Sunday and Monday are associated with the sun and moon, which were not part of the planet suite. Instead, I made reference to the tarot cards, the sun and the moon. The sun tarot card is associated with joy in a way, but also the conscious mind and conscious awareness. It's less apparent in the song, in the end results, but Sunday tends to judge things on first glance, not really looking deeper into things, not really thinking around the idea, only judging by what he sees. Whereas my character, Monday's child, me, the moon tarot card represents the subconscious mind and illusions and mystery and dreams. And so in the story, I serve as sort of a poker of holes in Sunday's logic, pointing out the things that aren't obvious at first glance. And yeah, in addition, the characters, all, maybe not all of them, but certainly the 5 characters up top there, Tuesday through Saturday, represents sections of the world, corners of the world, if you to use the acronym. With it's most obvious in Gladsat and Mendel. They spent a lot of time in respective planes, the underworld and the celestial spheres, respectively. But what is it? Rodun and Alharond represent civilization and nature, respectively. There are planes in the setting that represent those concepts, but they're not explored in this series, this story. And of course, Saturday, Gleon represents the Earth, the physical plane. Okay, that's all about the characters. A nice segue into the setting. So the specific location of this isn't so important, but yeah, it is because the time period is prehistoric. Specifically, I think it's about, the main story takes place at about 500 BCE. So before all the recognizable countries were formed by humans later on. Because the Tellurians, I'm not sure how long they were around for, but yeah, the fall of the Tellurians occurred at about 600 BCE, so 100 years before the main story. And yeah, so that's, in a way, to use trope terms, the Tellurians are the precursors of the humans. They did a lot of things that humans later would follow their example in. The various species, humans. So there are actually 3 hominid species around in this time period, called humans, Solans, and Tellurians. The humans are pretty straightforward. Hang on, let me zoom into this one. Yeah, so you might notice that these 2 characters, the human, this villager, and Rodin, the Tellurian, are drawn in different styles. Not just the line width, the line thickness, but also the facial proportions. That's the most obvious difference between humans and Tellurians, at least visually. Because with humans actually have a nose to start with that juts out of their face and like forms a triangle that goes back into their head. But Tellurians, hang on, have that sort of muzzle thingy going on where the nose just flows, connects seamlessly with the front of the jaw, which in modern times is called the is referred to as an anime style. But in this story, it's actually in universe that their faces are structured this way. I ran out of time to draw the Solons. They would have appeared here because they too were banished. Not banished. They used to live on Earth alongside the humans and Tellurians, and they were also subjugated by the Tellurians, as Hanor mentions in Overman. But when the undead curse spread across the land, the Solons were particularly vulnerable to it, and so now the only Solons that remain abandoned. Yeah, I think it's more that the only Solons that remain now live in the underworld because the undead curse that was on the Earth, it didn't wait for them to die before turning them into zombies. So all three of them reacted to the undead curse in different ways. With Solons, it just turned them into zombies right away. But with Tellurians, it just raised all their corpses every night as undead. All of their corpses. It didn't matter if they had been bitten or died of other means. Any Tellurian that was dead would become undead due to the curse. But humans were particularly resistant to this. They would only succumb to the curse if they had been directly killed by another zombie. So otherwise, because their dead wouldn't reanimate on their own. Mm-hmm. So that's the difference between those. There are more differences between the three species. Solons were mostly nomadic. They didn't build structure. They eventually did start building structures, but they weren't so reliant on them as humans and Tellurians were. Humans are a lot more social than Tellurians were, which is why Alharond mentions that it's rare to see a human alone, because they're usually in big groups. Tellurians also created cities and such, but one Tellurian has so much power over the world, they can essentially reshape the world to their liking, which means they're not reliant on each other as much. So there's not as much cause to build societies, or like form social bonds as such. They still do, just they don't need to to survive. Languages is another point on my my cue cards. So yeah, this taking place so long in the past, none of the modern languages have formed. None of the human languages that we know today have formed yet. I think the humans speak like Proto-Germanic at this point in time, because I've set this in like northern Germany, or what will eventually become northern Germany. So they speak Proto-Germanic. But it doesn't really factor into this story because Tellurians are completely separate civilization from humans. But yeah, the Tellurian language isn't depicted here because of translation convention. It's presented as English just for convenience sake. But yes, that I do have a conlang for them. It's not, the vocabulary is just ad hoc, just add new words as I need them. But I've got a grammar and a pronunciation system, and the alphabet that the Tellurian language uses is the same one that you see on screen when you type in chat. Oh, and it's behind this image. That alphabet right there. That's the Tellurian alphabet. That's the languages. Oh, I've got written down backstory. So I've mentioned that the Tellurians, they used to rule over the humans and the Solans, using them as basically slave labor. But they weren't exactly united in themselves. A lot of them were just independent, acting on their own, but some of them formed what they called empires. They're probably more like kingdoms, but they call them empires because they're just like that. And yeah, the various empires eventually warred amongst themselves, as Rodin discovered. And yeah, in an attempt to create a weapon that would destroy the other factions. The one faction of Tellurians tried to resurrect their dead soldiers by I won't describe the ritual, but yeah, basically trying to forcefully break the laws of life and death. The laws of life and death. The laws of life and death didn't like that. So the result of that was the anathema, an undead abomination that destroyed everything that lived, as well as the terrain around it. So its explosions also sundered the Tellurian structures. A lot of Tellurians fled underground to escape it. Some of them put themselves into suspended animation, stasis basically, which are the ones that Leon discovered, and some of them found a portal to the celestial spheres and tried escaping there, but realized they couldn't come back. And the beast that was guarding the celestial spheres made short work of them. Mendel was rescued by the Celestials because he was underage at the time. But they made him fight the beast once he came of age. But yeah, the anathema was eventually defeated by a whole contingent of Tellurians, but the damage had been done. To the structures, not much remained of the Tellurian structures on the overworld. Most of their ruins now lie deep beneath the earth, even after the anathema was slain, its curse of undeath spread throughout the land, like I said, causing all the undead to rise. Which, given that every Tellurian corpse would rise, that meant it was a zombie apocalypse, basically, for the Tellurians. So society quickly fell apart, and the population basically went extinct, leaving these 7 characters, the last, well, 6 characters, the last living, the last ones alive, me not included because I'm dead. But yeah, that's the backstory, the part that's incorporated into the setting. Now for something completely different. We can talk more about the music. Song styles. I deliberately went for different styles for each song. So more folk for Town's Care, orchestral for Underworld's Favour. Oh, these two are around the wrong way. Sort of swing, jazzy, jazzy swing, I guess, for A Wild Ride. Just a basic. I'm not sure what to call the genre of Celestial Spheres. But yeah, just a string trio, I guess, for that song. And then melodic percussion, various percussion in Hollow's Toil, and rock music for Overman, and ambient for my own song, Water's Peace. And yeah, they're roughly associated with the type of vibe of the character and their attitude and the setting they find themselves in. The rhythms. In fact, I think I have something to look up. Metric feet. It sounds like a contradiction in terms. Metrical foot, there we go. But in this case, meter is referring to the rhythm of a poem, and foot is the basic unit of that rhythm. Let's actually display that. Yeah. So I deliberately used different metrical feet for different songs representing different characters. Where's the list? Here we go. So in Town's Care, short, long. This is the Antibacchus. That's the repeating motif of Town's Care. And I use that because it's similar to the pattern of a hammer hammering in nails. Solar, hello. You caught me mid-explanation. I'm just going into the music, the rhythmical side of the songs. You know, you're supposed. I put the 3-minute ad breaks on every hour so that to not have pre-rolls, but apparently you just got you're just really untimed. Let me know it. Oh. You can't hear me right now, can you? Ad break ends in 30 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that should be back. Are you back? Yay! Okay, so you caught me after I've explained a whole bunch about the story of these 7 songs. But yeah, now we're going into the musical elements of them, specifically the rhythm. So, like I said, the first song, Town's Care, uses this one, da da da, short, short, long, do 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 do. Apparently, this calls an antibacchius. But yeah, I chose that to represent the hammering of nails in building a building. Why does English do this? The noun and the verb are the same thing. But yeah, since Rodden is involved in construction in the town. But yeah, for Underworld's favor, I used the ever popular I am as an iambic pentameter, which famous from Shakespeare and other sonnets. I initially wanted to put Underworld's favor into iambic pentameter, but the lyrics just wouldn't fit, so I went into the combination of tetrameter pentameter that I used in their song eventually. Yeah. And that's, I used iambic for Gladstad for a couple of reasons. First, it's associated in modern poetry, it's associated with like high culture, classical poetry, not classical, but classic poetry like Shakespeare and stuff. And to go with Gladstad's more formally aristocratic background, but also the I am as a sort of progressive feeling to it, constantly pushing forward, or in Gladstad's case, upward, as she's building herself back up from where she fell. Now, what is it? A Wild Ride is next. So for a lot of that, I used the Bacchius, basically the inverse of Rodden's one. But I also put most of the song into a swing, so where instead of the normal time, which is where it's just 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Instead, it goes 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah, which made this a lot more jovial, a lot more joyful, as befitting the character. I did cheat a bit and use some. Oh, whoops! I'm reading this chart wrong. The round one is short. Thought it's a longer line, so it must mean a longer syllable. But no, this one is Rodden's one, and this one is no, this one unapaced. Whereas this one, the Bacchius, oh, it's still the Bacchius, is is Alharon's one. Yeah, no particular reason for using that. I guess it just felt more jovial. I'll skip over Celestial Spheres for the moment, But for Hollow's Toil, I used the what's on here? This one. This apparently is called a quartus paeon. As and I mentioned that before while we were listening to them, that this represents the mining sound effects, the sound of a pickaxe through stone. Chip 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 break, chip 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 break. I was inspired to do that, inspired by a very old Minecraft song by Dan Bull, on which the basic rhythm was which is exactly the the mining's rhythm of Minecraft. Yeah. Yeah, that's a throwback for you. And in what's the last one? Over Man. Now that one uses syncopation. Your heart beats to that rhythm. But yeah, Over Man. That was, I guess that would technically be an anti-vacuous, but I wasn't thinking about that at the time. Just wanted the syncopation there, and it sounded good with the melody. And in my own song, Water's Peace, it was, I'm not sure if I was thinking about it at the time, but I used the trochee. I'm not sure how to pronounce this one. Trochee? Trochee. That's a K. I used the trochee. That rhythm from long nights reminding repeatedly still lives in me. Yeah, I also haven't played Minecraft in a while. But yeah, my own song. Yeah, that's the trochee. Kind of the opposite of the I am. And yeah, it has this sort of wavy feel. It's often used in piratey sounds, like nautical sounds. Most obvious example being Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, but this is more laid back. It's only if you want to. Yeah, becoming a VTuber is it's something you really need to be passionate for, because yeah, there's no, you really can't go into it expecting any reward. What, your avatar will just be a model of yourself? Congratulations, you played yourself. So that's the rhythmical. I can switch to the other scene. Where are my notes? Ah, yes, character leitmotifs. So there's something I didn't say about the poem called Monday's Child, the one that I got the character's personality traits from, is that it was also set to music by John Rutter. Now, I need to take a drink before singing it. Yeah, water zombie needs to hydrate, yes. Okay, where's my pitch pipe? Pitch pipes. Why can't I hear you? Oh, it's because I've changed the audio settings. Maybe if I reload the page. Okay. Monday. Go a bit lower. The ambient water sounds. Thanks. I got them from freesound.org. The credit for that is, I think you can just scroll down to see it on Twitch. Monday's child is fair of face. Tuesday's child is full of grace. Wednesday's child is full of woe. Thursday's child has far to go. Friday's child is loving and giving. Saturday's child works hard for a living. And the child that's born on the seventh day is bonny and blithe and good and gay. Monday's child is fair of face. Tuesday's child is full of grace. Wednesday's child is full of woe. Thursday's child has far to go. Friday's child is loving and giving. Saturday's child works hard for a living. And the child that's born on the seventh day is bonny and blithe and good and gay. Is bonny and blithe and good and gay. So, I haven't sung that song in full for on this channel for quite a while now, but you may have recognized the melody nonetheless, or parts of the melody. Because let's see. I'll go back here. That right there. That's, apart from the last note, that is directly from the line of that refers to Friday's child in that song. Friday's child is loving and giving. Yes, it is meant to be Children of the Week. Good spotting. Because even though the characters are based on weekdays, the setting is one. Hang on. Here we go. The Tellurians, a proud and powerful species, once ruled the known world. Now they're all but extinct, leaving only a handful of survivors. Will these endlings learn from their ancestors' mistakes, or will their old ways continue as humans take their place? So, Children of the Week refers to the fact that these characters are descendants of a species that fell to their own hubris. They were weak to their own pride. They were strong in so many ways, but weak where it mattered. There's a Warframe resource called Tellurian? No, I don't know much about Warframe lore. I took the name from Latin, because the word human is not directly from the Latin word humus, but humus is one of the Latin words for earth. So etymologically, humans are earthlings. But yeah, human, from humus, I used the same logic applied to other Latin words for earth. Terra was already taken, so I used solus is another Latin word for earth, and I used that to name the Solans after. And the Tellurians are named after the word tellur, tellus, which the genitive of that is telluris, and so the English derivative of that would be tellurian. Yes, if you can't tell, linguistics is one of my hobbies. But yeah, for the Wolfram, it's tellurium. Yeah, that makes more sense. Oh yeah, because tellurium is a real element. It's funny when people think that things that appear in fiction only exist in fiction. It's fine. It's just a matter of perspective. Not everyone knows everything. Not everyone can know everything. No one can know everything. Just yeah, but yeah, the in most songs, the end of the chorus. W humanity for making water bucket from Minecraft in real life. It doesn't work like it does supposed to. You can't bucket clutch in real life. They didn't succeed in making water bucket from Minecraft in real life. Where's that? Here we go. Tuesday's child is full of grace. Deepwoken? I haven't heard of that. Deepwoken lore? Is this another Warframe thing? Oh. Something like that, I usually rely on things like film theory, no, not film theory, game theory, to explain those kinds of things. High enough quality to be its own game? And his crazy lore? Then why isn't it its own game? Hightail did it. I'm excited for Hightail, but I'm waiting for the full release, because I prefer to similar to what I've got going on lore-wise. Okay. I'm not going to play it though. I'm not making a Roblox account. I like this. Oh. It's a bit disguised in there from the study the lore, ignore the game. Possibly. A bit disguised in there, but that's the same idea. Thursday's child has far... No. Yeah, Thursday's child has far to go. except I put it in a different key and added a couple of notes in there. Water, zombies, and music. Nice. Wednesday's child is full of woe. Saturday's child works hard for a living. You like the art? Thanks, I guess. It's I wasn't trying to make it look good. I just wanted there to be something to look at. And that straight up is just a line, just in a syncopated version. And the child that's born on the 7th day is bonny and blithe and good and gay. No, good and gay. All three versions of that line are involved in the song. Mm-hmm. Music needs a bass player for whatever reason. Thank you for the offer, but I use virtual instruments. Admittedly, my rock ones aren't all that great, but each song is for. They're all adults. Yeah. The Children of the Week is just like referring to the fact that they're descendants of the Tellurians. Yeah. But yeah, each song is for a different character. You can probably once the stream is over, you can probably watch the VOD back for to get the information you missed. But yeah, so the main riffs in each of these songs was derived from their respective line in the Monday's Child song. Except in this one, my own song. Yee, that's me. I'm one of the Children of the Week. Monday's Child, specifically. But yeah. In this one, I wonder which day of the week you are. Hard to tell. You say that, but there are people who genuinely don't read the username of streams that they click on. I've invented characters for the other 6 days of the week, but I don't have anyone. They're all imaginary friends, shall we say. But yeah, instead of it appearing at the end of the chorus in this song, the riff. No, I'm not going to recruit people. This is just a proof of concept that I can write lore for what seems like a generation of VTubers, because that's my ultimate dream, really. But yeah. Do you recognize that? Monday's Child is fair of face. Or how about? Ooh, Yes. So that little tune that I sing at the beginning of every stream comes from the song where my name is from. The song that, specifically the line that is about my Monday's child. Monday's child is fair of face. Where's my notes? So those were the character leitmotifs. But there's more than just those. There's one more, in fact. Two more. But the one that is more pervasive is the Tellurian theme. It represents the the Tellurian species, specifically. So if you're Monday's child, is there are there Monday's parents, Mr. or Mrs. Monday in the picture? Sort of. See, I'm not sure if you're aware of the convention of how VTubers refer to our model creators. It's so people often, not every VTuber, but often we refer to the person who drew our model as our model mama, and the person who rigged our model as our model papa. So in a sense, our VTuber parents are the ones who created our model. But I created my own VTuber model, so I am my own parent. Which is why I am both Monday and Monday's child. Looking at the credits, set it and put it together. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. I can't do Patrick Warburton anymore. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So the Tellurian theme is let's switch back to here. Is that piano riff that goes often repeats itself. Like a thriller TV show, one character pieces everything together while the antagonist does something. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Okay, so where does it start? Bit earlier than that. Here's the riff. That there. That is the Tellurian theme. Refers to the species itself and the culture of the old ways of the Tellurians. So the reason it appears here is where Rodden's shadow self is appearing at that moment and whispering to her to try and reclaim her rightful place as a Tellurian. Whereas here, it happens right at the start. Because Gladzard was part of Tellurian society before she fell. She was kicked out and left at the bottom of the underworld. Well, not the bottom, but the left in the underworld. Bit of a non sequitur, but okay. But yeah, that's the example there. Where is it?
Though the walls were meant for protection, all they did was form out attention. Now
Yeah. So the rhythm briefly changes from swing back to straight, just for that section while the Tellurian theme is playing, as he's talking about what Tellurian society used to be how Tellurian society used to be restrictive, at least from his point of view. Where is it?
any step that I take would bring all of it down. Those I came from kept chasing till death they found, yet their presence remains as undead abound. Such a doom profound to see kings uncrowned, all their history drowned, but I'm still around.
Yeah, and that's specifically when Mendel is talking about the misdeeds of the Tellurians. Though he talks about them more during the song as well, but that's where I felt it fit to put the theme. Now this is a rare one where the character is actually singing the Tellurian theme, because they have actually encountered them in person, albeit they are in stasis. It's not just their culture being preserved, it's a section of Tellurians themselves have preserved themselves deep under the earth. But yeah, a bit more benign example there. But so knowing that Tellurian theme, do 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 do, see if you can spot it in this song.
Started from nothing but vacant lands, beginning by punching down trees by hand, then mining the mountains from where they stand. These mountains now bow before the overman. The reaches of earth are there to be claimed, the bounty of nature lives to be tamed. The solens live only to be enslaved, and humans deserve to be used the same. The farmers in boxes feed breeders, which populate stations for trading in gold and dismantling traditions, religions, all outdated rules for small-minded fools below the overman. I'm freer than birds could ever be. I can do
yeah, I'll believe you.
The strong are no longer in bondage to rules designed to coddle the weak. The heroes of morals are boring and plain, can't keep me from the glory I seek. You're free from the judgment of ethical laws, but not from cause and effect. Your treatment of people is seen as most evil, and thus you lose all respect. Your power will wane in time, and those beneath you will have their turn. But you're on the hero's side. You speak in nothing but poisoned words. I'm not on the side of the heroes, you see. I'm on the side of the plots, which sometimes means helping them as they progress, and sometimes means simply not. And sometimes it means keeping you from the scenes where knowledge and power would help quite a lot.
Okay, so this is a bit more obvious. The Tellurian theme is modified here. Because the anathema represents the end of the Tellurians. And here they are defeating it once more. And for good.
Emerald, valued by humans. Gold, treasured by Solans.
I want.
Sought by Tellurians.
Iron from the earth itself. With this, the pyramid's complete. Now we need something to set
That's the pose that V-Royd gave me.
preferably central. Will this do? What? I'm not using it.
The zombie heart will do.
Ah, but the capstone's not used to this kind of input. We have a places that will have to hold it there at the cost of their life. I'll do it. Now we need your strength.
compassion.
The evil weekend duo.
And who will?
It's more that Sunday's Child is the antagonist. I'm more of a morally grey individual.
Will you save the people throughout this land? Will you free the world from undead's cold hand? Will you give your life where the capstone stands? And be hailed savior of the man?
So, did you hear it? The Tellurian theme. Where was it exactly? Where am I? Where the hell am I? Exactly. At this point in the story. Let me rewind a bit. Oh, here. So, yeah. I'm not. Oh, you weren't here for the explanation. So, that's my hand right there. I know I blend in kind of. Yeah, that's my arm. And if you were following along with it, oh, I might have been talking over it.
This, the pyramid's complete. Now we need something to set its target. A piece of undead, preferably central. Will this do? What? I'm not using it.
The zombie heart will do.
Ah, but the capstone's not used to.
That might have not been very clear. So the magical capstone of the pyramid needed a piece of undead to banish the undead, sort of a catalyst, magical catalyst. So I tore out my own heart and handed it to them. But there's a but.
This kind of input. We have a places that will have to hold it there at the cost of their life.
Who will
Now
sacrifice
we need your strength.
themselves?
And your levity crucial.
They're all willing to sacrifice themselves, but none willing to let the others sacrifice themselves.
Will you save the people
Until the antagonist turns up.
land? Will you free the world from undead's cold hand? Will you give your life where the capstone stands? And be hailed savior of the man?
Watch. And there I go. Why is he wearing the 2014 Minecraft Duo Fire Ice avatar? You noticed. That is exactly what he's wearing. Because I didn't know what outfit, because, okay, for a better background, each of these characters are dressed in a particular, after a particular Minecraft mob. Um, if you know Minecraft, you can probably easily identify them, because that indicates the characters are more uh, oh, let me identify. Yeah, yeah. I won't explain, but yeah, the characters are more they're integrated into the world, into the setting, and but Hanor is not. Sunday's Child is acting like a regular Minecraft player. He's not role playing at all. He's not um, being part of the world like the others are. So he uses this. So I just searched up popular Minecraft skin, and that was the quote unquote coolest looking popular design. And, it suits his character, I think. Enderman, no idea. Villager, Steve, Piglin, XX Destroyer, Coolboy 27, XX. And of course, I'm a drowned. But yeah, Tuesday. So Thursday, the second from the left is dressed as a husk because he came from the desert, and Gleon is actually dressed as a zombie because they lived underground, where a lot of the cave zombies are from. So what happened in this scene, I know it wasn't obvious, is that the five of them were trying to use this magical capstone to banish the undead curse from the land, as along with all of the undead, and they were banishing the undead to the underworld, and that's why I couldn't put my own heart in the in the capstone, or not in or on. That's why I couldn't activate it myself. I just Apkemu. Hello. Evening, morning, you missed one. It's afternoon for me. Yeah, so so yeah, the capstone just activation of the pyramid banished all the undead, including me. But as I say, I know my way back. Okay, what else? Husk? Yeah. I mentioned the husk. The 1 second from the left is wearing the husk outfit because he's from the desert. They did. These two who are wearing husk and zombie outfits, they're not actually undead. They're just wearing the same clothes because they come from the same place. They're from the same culture that spawned, I guess, those types of undead. Whereas the other three are dressed in the clothes of the society, not society, but the people. Yeah. The other three are dressed as the people they spent the most time with. So Enderman, Villager, and Piglin, except that in this setting, all the names have been changed. So it's more Celestial, Human, and Solon. Because instead of villagers, we have humans. Because the player characters are not human. And yeah, that's the placement of the Tellurian theme, Tellurian leitmotif. But there's also another one in this song. I'll just play it for you.
The heroes of morals are boring and plain.
Not yet.
Free from the glory I seek. You're free from the
When I
judgment
appear.
of laws, but not from cause and effect. Your treatment of people is seen as most evil, and thus you lose all respect. Your power will wane in time, and those beneath you will have their turn. But you're on the hero's side. You speak in nothing but poisoned words. I'm not on the side of the heroes, you see. I'm on the side of the plots, which sometimes means helping them as they progress, and sometimes means simply not. And sometimes it means keeping you from the scenes where your knowledge and power would help quite a lot.
So I won't explain what the theme on top means. But just know it's a reference, which has some lore implications. Okay, that's... Oof. Oh. Oh, I've got more narrative themes listed here, but I think we actually went through them earlier, so it'd be a bit redundant to go through them again. Well. Oh, it's past snack time. Hang on. Let's just... Yeah. So I noticed the announcement video is one where I took an excerpt directly from stream and uploaded it directly to YouTube without like listening to it first, editing it first, which meant that listening back to it revealed exactly how low the volume was. You never notice these things until they're pointed out. So yeah, I've put my gain all the way up. Well, the reason it was low to begin with is that I had set it to about more than three quarters, but like I had set it for recording these songs, because my singing is much louder than my speaking, and I was often clipping when I had the gain on full, so I put it down a little bit. Didn't realize that I'd put it down too much for my speaking voice. No, that's what I'm trying to switch to now. It's not working. I've got the window open, but it's not opening, not showing on the screen. Try closing it from Steam. Hang on, let's see if it'll work. If it'll work first. Well, it's on my screen. There, now it's on your stream. Alright, where's my controller? Yeah. Keyboard out the way. Beep. Oh. Eh? Stream complete. Hold up. My audio looks fine. There is an ad break soon, but I don't think that'll... Okay. Alright, go get a drink. Yeah, that's why I'm in warm-up. Well, let's see. 1 minute 30 to go. It's either this or pre-rolls as soon as you come in, which... which you had the unfortunate timing of joining during a scheduled ad break. All of which I'll probably have to repeat once they can hear me. Yeah. Oh, I should probably practice the reverse. Okay. And then... uh-huh. Manning Testament and ABBA is hard because can never remember which uses QC overdrives, which uses HC overdrives. I'll pretend to know what those acronyms mean. Speaking of which, how does the overdrive work on this this orientation? No. What is it? Forwards? All right, it's forwards and then yeah. Okay. So what about the other way around? No. Oh, half circle, quarter circle. Right. Whereas me, I'm just struggling to do any overdrive in the opposite orientation to what I'm used to. Got it. Got it. Another one. Do some survival while we're waiting. Weird that Twitch gives some people double ad breaks. I only ever get one at a time, unless I refresh the page. That said, it might be due to my location. Free! Yay! It's time to do. Oof. Messed up the input that time. Yay! Huh.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves,
I never realized how much I was missing with my desktop audio set to mono. I just forgot to change it back. Really? Oh, okay, okay. It was set to my previous, because before it was too loud relative to my voice. But now that I've increased my voice volume, the game is too quiet. I'll get that once I've finished this. There we go. Okay. OBS. Audio. Set this to the usual volume. Okay, how's that?
Mankind knew that they cannot change society, so instead of reflecting on themselves,
Ready for the very hard Bridget bot? Nice. Bendy sword.
It's not just for show.
Can kind of hear it. Interesting.
Would you like some extra bloodshed to go with your beating?
Ah, cool. Yeah, I have to be careful with the game volume because my voice does get very quiet. Ah, I was distracted. There we go.
No photos, please. How about an autograph?
wins. Mankind knew that they cannot change society, so instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beast. Heaven or hell.
I'm shapeless. Ready to be cut free?
Be sure to pay up if I win, okay?
Bridget versus Viking. Duel 1. Let's rock.
I'm beat.
Got cooked, turning it down to regular hard. Yeah,
No photos, please.
important to play on a difficulty that where you feel comfortable.
Wins. Mankind knew that they cannot change society, so instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beast. Heaven or hell.
Go home already.
But I was just there the other day.
Bridget versus Soul. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Yeah, big fish in a small pond, huh? Yay!
Keep your eyes on me next time.
Bridget wins.
society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, heaven or hell.
I'd hate to waste the lady's time.
Be sure to pay up if I win, okay?
Bridget versus Johnny. Duel 1. Let's rock.
I wonder if this guy's a Johnny Cash reference. Ah, jumped over it. Ah. Huh. Brr. Yay! Hmm,
Keep your eyes on me next time.
not really. I started playing this game for the trans representation. And plus I have a hard time adapting to new playstyles once I've established it. Once I've established one.
So instead of reflecting on themselves, heaven or hell. Do you require an escort?
Would you like some extra bloodshed to go with your beating?
Bridget versus Slayer. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Hmm?
Sorry, no installment plan. Pay up, please.
Bridget wins.
Like I said, it's important to play games in ways that... Eh?
Mankind knew that they could change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves,
Ah, yeah, I think I have seen that,
There's only so much I can
that
do
syntax
here.
before.
So,
Are you this because you're that, or are you that because you're this?
Tell me what you've
I don't know where it's from though.
Bridget versus Utica. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Delayed damage.
Just know that I'm always rooting for you.
Bridget wins.
Let me know when you're ready to 1v1.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead
Getting pressured by a good Bridget really is a struggle. Oh, you've been ready. Oops.
Duel 1. Let's rock. Network.
Do you want to create the room or shall I? Okay. Grab a drink while I'm waiting. Oh, okay. That would have been weird. Fair enough. Okay, that should be fine. Oh, never mind. Let's exit this. Where's the exit? No? Where's the exit? Down, please. Let me down. Okay. Play a match. Existing room. Alright. Ready for the code? Thank you. Right. Well then, to a dazzling encounter.
Welcome.
Hello.
Are you ready?
You have Happy Chaos's glasses IRL? Wow. Aren't they the
Mankind knew that they cannot
the
change,
triangles inside the circles?
so instead
Cool.
of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts.
What?
Show's not cheap, but it's
The
worth it.
the triangles inside the circles?
Fine then. You have until my tea is ready.
Testament.
Crosses. Oh, okay. I was remembering a different character. Huh. Those are some cool moves. Ooh. Ah, you look so cool doing that.
Try to learn your limits.
Testament. Wins.
I never get to see most of these the characters' moves in the when the bots are going. Not to look cool playing Testament. ABBA's a different kind of cool.
Cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blame the beasts.
Allow me to transfix you.
Let's see where your beauty lies.
Testament versus Bridget. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Hesitation leads to death.
Testament wins. Duel 2. Let's rock.
Do try to learn your limits.
Testament.
Oh, I forget those are a thing. Low attacks. I forget the attacks change when you do like from different heights. Perfect, nice. Our perfect score.
Are you ready? Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts. Or hell.
Allow me to transfix you.
Let's see where your beauty lies.
Testament versus Bridget. Duel 1. Let's rock.
know a thing or two about sorcery.
Testament wins. Duel 2. Let's rock.
Oh, that's only short range. Good to know.
Do try to learn your limits.
Testament wins.
Ah, can't get him all. Almost lost that. You were texting while playing.
Are you ready? Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves,
The perfect after you put your phone down speaks volumes.
Get ready to applaud.
Let's see where your beauty lies.
Testament versus Bridget. Duel 1. Let's rock.
No perfect for you. Ah, interesting. Whee! Ah, I see. Old reliable.
I have earned a bubble bath today.
Wins.
Still here? I can't crouch while emoting. And the emote just happens automatically. It's like an idle animation.
Are you ready?
Ah. I see.
that they cannot change
Different settings.
So instead of reflecting on themselves, they
You are nerfing yourself for me.
heaven or hell.
No violence, no violence!
My show's not cheap, but it's worth it.
Go away, go away, go away, go away!
Ah, I see. Ah, ba, ba, ba.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Too solid.
Whoa, that's a cool move.
Big fish in small ponds don't.
Ah, ba, ba, ba.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Nice.
For the day.
Huh. Ah, I get to see this animation.
Well, I'm the one for you, right?
GG's, exactly.
Are you ready? Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts.
Sink your sentence. First come, first served.
Heaven or hell.
Whoa! Get a grip!
My show's not cheap, but it's worth it.
You think that will lead my Paracelsus astray?
You need a Paracelsus?
Versus Rigid.
I don't know, looks kind of heavy.
Let's rock.
I have a struggles carrying him. Kind of has to drag him around just most of the time. Ah. Ah, bah, bah, bah.
Duel 2.
Ah, but the cool things are cool. And you're winning anyway. There's no fun in winning too fast. See? You did the cool thing and won.
I'm the one for you, right?
Ah, bah, bah, bah. I'm trying to do a different cool thing. Ah, yes, I do that too. Well, I've forgotten most of my input. I just stick to the ones I know. It's mostly the I often know the input, but don't quite turn the joystick enough. That's what happens sometimes.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts. Heaven or hell.
Check dust loop? What's dust loop?
Seduction, no substance.
Ah, bah, bah, bah.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Ah, come on. Midi collision. Yay! Sandwiched. Cool thing betrayed you. Ah, I was doing my cool thing instead. Ooh. Okay, I see why you were trying to get that. That is a very cool thing. Hooray! Both of them, nice. I like that she has different Vizcree animations depending on what mode she's in. We just keep missing each other. There we go. Ow. Whee! Now that's a funny looking move. I claw your face off, grab.
Let's talk, dear. We have all the time in the world.
Ah, ba, ba, ba.
Are you ready? Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts.
So for sentence, first come first served.
Heaven or hell.
Whoa! Get a grip, will you?
Allow me to transfix you.
You think that will lead my Paracelsus astray?
Don't know what you need more. Key relic weapon husband. Girl looks like me. Looks like me like she looks at Paracelsus. Or a pocket dimension. They've got it all. Whee! High five!
Wins. Duel 2.
Yeah. You forgot about your dash? I don't use mine either. I use this one. Ah, come on. Oh. Here we go.
That's what you get.
Ah, ba, ba, ba.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Hello. Ah, dropped my shield too soon. Wow, that was quick. Gonna switch colors? Okay. I'll grab a drink. Ah. Abba's shirt is another pair of shorts. I didn't notice that.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts.
So your sentence. First come, first served.
Ah.
Whoa! Get a grip, will you?
This might be confusing.
Get ready to run.
You think that will lead my Paracelsus astray?
Now we're both Rebecca. Abba, Baba.
Bridget, Duel 1. Let's rock.
Ah. Hooray!
I hope you learned something.
Bridget wins.
Ah, yeah.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Got it? There we go. Oh, nice counter. Whoa, here we go. Whee! Wrong quarter circle. Ah.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Both had the same idea. Whee! GG's, yes.
Together forever in perfect harmony for all time.
Ah, bah, bah, bah. Short skirt. Short shirt, rather. Shirt made of shorts, not just a short shirt.
Are you ready?
Dun, 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 dun.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts.
So your sentence, first come first.
Heaven or hell.
Whoa! Get a grip, will you?
Allow me to transfix you.
You think that will lead my Paracelsus astray?
Ah, bah, bah, bah.
Bridget. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Age is a harsh mistress.
Small
Ah, mystery inputs. Oh, nice. Ah, got one. High five. Close. Ah. Ooh, nice.
together forever in perfect harmony for all
Crazy what happens when you stop texting. Arbor or Testament, up to you. I'm having fun regardless. Okay.
Are you ready? Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts. Heaven or hell.
Stop it! Hey, hey!
Get ready to applaud.
Brazen beast, all seduction, no substance.
Ah, bah, bah, bah.
Bridget. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Oof. Wrong button. Nice dodge. Ooh, okay. There we go. Super guard. Oh, is that what the blue shield is called?
Wins. Duel 2. Let's rock.
Did you just eat the key? Whoa. I hit.
Your leering eyes off my husband.
Oh, what's the emote button again?
Fidelity?
Yay. I might have rebound it actually. Is that this one? No, that's charge. That one's guard. No, that's that one. That's oh, they do the same thing. Okay. That's that one. These are just directions.
Keep your leering eyes off my husband.
Oh, it's that one. Okay.
You're quite the tactician.
Good for nothing.
Ah, I see.
You won't make a dime like that.
Tearing eyes off my husband.
Danger.
Whee! Bye bye. Got one mid fight.
Forever.
Is it?
Perfect harmony.
Ah, it's time goes so fast. I didn't realize it was due. It'd already been an hour since the last one.
Are you ready?
Ah! Now I gotta lock in. Getting too good with Abba. Alright, keep it fresh.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts.
Allow me to transfix you.
Fine then. You have until my tea is ready.
Testament versus Bridget. Duel 1. Let's rock.
What a glorious waste of time. Do a good job, and later we'll make macaroni.
It's like you don't even care.
You've earned my respect.
Are you even trying?
I should relax a bit. No point in
I bet that's kind of the point of a taunt.
Mentally, I'm always
earned my respect.
Negative penalty.
Oh, there are respect taunts. Okay.
You won't make a dime like that.
I find it funny. Bridget saying, "You won't make a dime like that," when Testament is clearly more affluent than Bridget is. Oh, it varies with your direction. Cool. You like the tea drinking one, huh?
I should relax a bit. No point in being bored. Fine. Help yourself to my
What does down matter as well? Ah, can't taunt midair.
I've learned much from
Danger. Time is up.
All right. I think I need to take my gloves off. They're useful in other games, but not this one.
Time for a tea break.
Yee.
Milk and sugar for you.
Yeah, hold the tea.
Are you ready?
I see. Player character separation is. I don't know the law, no.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts.
Um,
Get ready to applaud.
Fine then. You have until my tea is ready.
Testament versus Rigid. Duel 1. Let's rock.
oh, over here now. Ah. Mismeasured the dash.
I know a thing or two about sorcery.
Hmm.
Wins. Duel 2. Let's rock.
Hooray! Ah.
Do try to learn your limits.
Testament just doing side quests now. Yeah. They're forklift certified and have a job in construction. Huh. has canonically has 36 hobbies. Wow. I take it this is one of them. They got a lot of time on their hands.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they
Okay.
Allow me to transfix you.
I don't recall any business with you.
Testament versus Bridget. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Om nom nom.
Don't fret. I cut too sharply to leave a scar.
Hmm.
Wins. Duel 2. Let's rock.
Huh. Ah, I see. Ah, got me with the bird.
I'd say it's time for a tea break. Milk and sugar for you.
Wins.
"15 minutes.
Are you ready?
Nice. I don't have Discord open during stream, so I'll check that out later.
Cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blame the beasts.
Num.
My show's not cheap, but it's worth it.
Finally, you have until my tea is ready.
Testament versus Bridget. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Ah. Got some good hits in there. Yeah. Yeah, I usually stream for between 3 and 4 hours. Unless it's like a super intense game, like Mario Kart. Then that burns me out after 2 hours. Ooh, you blocked my dive. Nicely done. Yeah.
Tea break. Milk and sugar for you.
Wins.
Ah. Nice. Like a 6-second delay? Refreshing usually helps with that. Or maybe it's because you've got all these, like, got both the stream connection and the game connection at the same time. Would it help if I were to host the room? Oh, every stream. Oh, in that case, maybe it's just because I'm so far away. Oh, you don't mind the delay? Okay. Ah, oh, rewinds with Tambin. Cool. Nice when that happens.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts.
Maple Syrupopolis. Oh, nice.
Allow me to transfix you.
I'm down in New Sheepland.
Till my tea is ready.
Igloo doesn't get good connection. I'm paying for better internet at my my little sheep farm. But it's still but New Sheepland internet is still generally not as good as other Western nations. That was quick. Oh yeah, I was talking. Ow. We keep on missing each other. Oh, okay. Restream's having trouble. Okay, looks like it's back. Teasing me, were you? Alright. Stream seems fine. Fine on Restream, fine on Twitch, fine on YouTube. Okay. Oh, the delay's gone up, I see.
Mankind knew that they cannot change.
Wrong button. Good timing.
You got too greedy.
Wins.
In the city lights, in the sea of
Duel
faces,
2.
we will dance so free.
Let's rock.
Back up. I'd say it's time for a tea break. Milk and sugar for you.
Okay.
Wins. Are you ready?
Okay, that's fair. Only 5 minutes of stream left anyway. Last game.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts.
Um.
Allow me to transfix you.
Let's see where your beauty lies.
I see. 14 seconds.
Duel 1.
Yay! I see. GG's,
I'd say it's
yes.
time for a tea break. Milk and sugar for you.
Wins.
Yay! It was fun for me too. Right. Doop. Right. Good night. Oh. Was it this? Oh, I didn't look at that window before pressing A. Right. time to go fight the bots for 3 hours. Shouldn't you be sleeping? Oops, still got all this stuff on here. This one. Only 9 PM over there, okay. Where's my waves? Waves. Alright. Who's online to ride? Oh! I forgot to change the category on Twitch. Oops. Oh well. Good night. Let's see. Doki's on Twitch. Oh, Redclaw's still going. He's a dragon now. Okay. See you again.